Well, 16 years since Wolves last reached the FA Cup quarter-finals, the magic of the world's oldest club competition has taken over Molineux like never before. A sold-out attendance, fireworks due to be in the air. These are occasions never to be forgotten, and so perhaps it's fitting that this night, under the Molineux lights, is the 100th meeting of these two famous teams. Wolverhampton Wanderers, Manchester United, so much between them down the years. Two of the great names of English football on one of the grandest stages around. The Molineux Coliseum is ready. The lights are down. The fireworks and flames are flaring into the night sky. Both teams are in the tunnel. Electricity is in the air. It's FA Cup night, and what a night it could be. Get ready to sample one of the best atmospheres you will hear at Molineux for a very long time indeed. Here they come, Manchester United and Wolverhampton Wanderers. The Golden Palace Molineux is waiting for the Gladiators.
Yeah, it's just a great atmosphere, isn't it? So this is what it's all about when you're a professional footballer playing in front of crowds like this, and the atmosphere that you want.
Gold and silver flags fluttering in the breeze. From behind the goal in the South Bank, a mosaic that makes out the FA Cup trophy. Wolves haven't held it since 1960. It's been a long wait, but some things are well worth waiting for. Wolves make one change from the side that started at Chelsea last weekend. John Reddy comes in goal. Romain Saiz keeps his place at the back. Conor Cody and Willy Boly. Matt Doherty, João Moutinho, Ruben Neves, Leander Dendoncker and Johnny in midfield. Raul Jimenez and Diogo Jota up top. Manchester United go with Sergio Romero in goal. Diogo Dalot, Chris Smalling, Victor Lindelof and Luke Shaw. Nemanja Matic, Ander Herrera and Paul Pogba in midfield. Jesse Lingard, Marcus Rashford and Anthony Martial up top. On the bench for Wolves, Will Norris, Ryan Bennett, Ivan Cavallero, Helder Costa, Morgan Gibbs-White, Ruben Vinagre and Adama Traore. For United, David De Gea, Phil Jones, Juan Mata, Andreas Pereira, Marcus Rojo, Fred and Scott McTominay.
Yeah, so you're still nervous?
A little bit, I have to admit. There is plenty of nerves around for this game, but the sense of excitement and anticipation is there too. These are the nights that we've been waiting for, and boy have we been waiting a long time for it. But just maybe this could be our year. Seem to say that an awful lot down the years, Tomo, right back to when you boys in the 90s had decent cup runs at the time. 98, of course, Wolves made the semi-finals at Villa Park, a defeat to the Arsenal team that went on to win the double that year. It's the closest we've come in a long time.
Yeah, it was a shame that was, because I went to that game as well as a supporter. I left the previous year, so like it was just a shame that we couldn't get that victory. So like in that cup game, but again, we have faith in our team. We know that we've got some talented players, and there's no reason why they can't go out there and get a right result.
It's a night for big game players with experience. The likes of Raul Jimenez and João Moutinho will come strong in there. And then for others like Matt Doherty and Conor Cody, who are making names for themselves in the Premier League this season, can they go on and etch themselves into Wolverhampton folklore? Because make no mistake, if this team can go on to reach an FA Cup final, they will continue to write what is becoming an incredible chapter in the history of this great football club. We are nearly ready to go. Wolves in their traditional pre-match huddle, gold shirts, black shorts and gold socks. They'll play from right to left as we look at it first half, defending a fervent South Bank. So Jack Hayward, South Bank. Steve Ball stand on the far side. Wolves attacking the Stan Cullis North Bank away to our left. We, as ever, sat at the front of the top tier of the Billy Wright stand, directly behind Nuno's technical area. Manchester United in red shirts, white shorts and red socks have got us underway, and I hope you can hear us, because this is an incredible atmosphere at Molineux.
Yeah, it is. The team are definitely behind the team. There's been a buzz around the city, hasn't there, Sellock, since this time was pulled out the hat. Now they've got an opportunity to put things right and make sure that we can get into that semi-final, because you never know, once you get into that, there's an opportunity for you to have some silverware.
Herrera playing one back to Chris Smalling. United comfortable in possession in the opening 30 seconds, playing it around inside their own half. Ball flicked up towards Martial, and that came off Matt Doherty, and will be able to play for a United throw just a couple of yards inside the Wolves half. On the United left, thrown in down towards Pogba, and when the challenge of Neves. Pogba coming away with the ball just to the left hand side, finding Martial. Backwards it will go. Luke Shaw will send it into his own half to Lindelof, and across to Chris Smalling midway inside his own half. Smalling, Wolves happy to let the United back four have it. They'll defend from halfway.
Well, they've done that many a time, haven't they? They're happy with teams just to have it and play it around the back, and that's what they do. But Sellock to try and counter-attack.
Wolves winning possession back. Cody across to Willy Bolly. Important, Tomo, that one or two players maybe just get an early touch, get rid of any nerves that they've got, get comfortable and settle into the game.
Yeah, it is, and as I said earlier on with Tim, it's important that you have that first touch, that pass, to take you on through the game and say hopefully build from that. But I just think if we can get the supply up to our two front lads, they can cause them a problem. I know that we can defend, I know we're organised, we've proven it this year in the way that we've played, and I just think that there's an opportunity here, but we need to do a little bit better with the ball for me.
Watford and Manchester City are already into the FA Cup semi-finals today. One of Millwall or Brighton will join them tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be Wolves with them as Jota goes to put pressure on Smalling. Cross to Lindelof, deep inside his own half. Cross down the left-hand side. Herrera, this goes over the halfway line to Martial. Close attention from Romain Saiz. Here comes Raul Jimenez over the halfway line. Infield to Jota. Dendonker's made a run. It goes wide for Jimenez down the right-hand side. Dendonker's the only one in the penalty area. Jimenez driving up towards the corner of it, trying to wriggle his way through in the middle. He couldn't quite square the ball infield and ended up conceding a free kick just inside the United penalty area.
Johnny's just trying to make a run to get another body in that box, but we've got Jimenez out of the area, and unfortunately we've just got one player in there for him to hit, and they've got about 3 or 4 players marking. So it's just a shame there, because they did pretty well with the ball. Moved it quick, just able to get down that right-hand side, but just couldn't deliver it because of bodies in there.
We have played 3 minutes at Molineux tonight. It is Wolves 0, Manchester United 0, the FA Cup quarter-final on Signal 107 Sport and Wolves TV around the world. Smalling trying to play a high one in behind for Lingard, making a run down the right-hand side, just forced out wide of the penalty area. Back to Dalot. Now to Ander Herrera, being forced back to the midway point of the half. A couple of yards in from the touchline, finding Lingard, who's caught late by Cody. Free kick. United take it quickly. Back to Lindelof in the centre circle, driving into the Wolves half. To his left-hand side to Luke Shaw. 40 yards from goal, out wide to Martial. Martial looking to cut infield on his right foot, being held up by Dendonker. Finding Lingard, wide to Shaw. Has Lingard in support, uses him with 15 yards inside the Wolves half. Back to Lindelof, just to the left of the centre circle. Cross it to Smalling, Jota going to press, and it'll go all the way back to the keeper.
Yeah, again, so it's just showing you the organisation that Wolves have got, well drilled, from moving side to side and pushing Man United back. But so that doesn't bother me with that, so Wolves will be comfortable with Man United having the ball, but I just think that we've got to make sure we use it a lot better than we have done in the past when we do get the ball.
Don't forget, you can get in contact with us throughout the game on Twitter at Mikey Burrows. It's the route to have your say. Send your shout-outs where you're listening, your score predictions, your thoughts on the game. As Pogba works it down the left-hand side, backwards to Shaw, still inside the Wolves half. Martial taken over, having to go back to Shaw again as Neves went hunting for the ball. Jimenez going to put pressure on Lindelof, across towards Smalling, and Jota just slipped as he tried to close him down. Over the halfway line it goes to Ander Herrera. He's got Dalot out on the touchline, uses it. Infield to Lingard. Back out wide to Dalot. Backwards again to Herrera, into his own half to Smalling, and Wolves regrouped well there and got themselves into good position.
Yeah, they have. So look, So these have just toppled one of the top teams in Europe, PSG, last week. And again, so we know they've got decent players, they've got great players, but we've just got to go out there and believe that we can do it.
Here comes Martial down the United left, Lingard to Pogba. Pogba trying to turn away, Dendoncker got a foot in, Pogba, and it's blocked off by Dendoncker again, and the ball sent into the United half. Lindelof will have time to trot back and collect it, and United can try and build again.
Yeah, I think that Dendoncker is going to be important in that formation. With Pogba there, it's going to be a challenge for him, and again, this is what he wants to do. He's going to be challenged at the highest level, and that's what he's going to get tonight.
Here comes Shaw down the left-hand side. Neves trying to get a foot in. Martial onto Shaw towards the byline. Low ball pulled to the edge of the box, but well blocked by João Moutinho, who tries to clip it clear. It's intercepted by Matic. Lindelof playing it back down the left-hand side for United to Pogba, midway inside the Wolves half, infield towards Herrera. It's a good sliding challenge came in from Jimenez, and Moutinho finding Saiz up towards Jota. Big strong challenge from Smalling. Ball goes into the Wolves penalty area, comfortable for John Ruddy. Martin Atkinson, the referee, not too interested in Wolves fans' protests for a foul.
Well, I just watched Jota, he's just picked himself up and he's given the daggers to Smalling. Kind of, if that's the kind of game you want to play, two can do that.
Yeah, Jota won't mind a physical battle at all.
Since he's come here, I think that's one of the biggest strengths, is that he likes that battle against teams.
This is Rashford, first touchdown to Herrera, trying to turn away from Moutinho, finds Matic, out to the left-hand side to Shaw, with 15 yards inside the Wolves half, ball to the feet of Pogba, trying to turn and run it remains Saiz, who's forcing him wide, and good sliding challenge comes in from Saiz. Now a play for a United throw, pretty much level with the edge of the penalty area. Yeah,
Salok, he was good, wasn't he? Salok, just, again, they're just going to have to do better with the ball. There's going to be long periods, as you mentioned before, when Wolves aren't going to have the ball. And already in this first 7 minutes or so, they've had times that they haven't had the ball.
There's Martial into the penalty area, cross blocked off. Moutinho getting it clear, chase on between Smalling and Jota. Smalling had a couple of yards head start and plays it back to Romero, who's a long way out of his penalty area, short to Lindelof. Cross to Smalling, midway inside his own half, just to the right of centre. Big, tall central defender with a high ponytail these days. It's a little bit like Jason Lee from Nottingham Forest back in the day.
Oh yes, that famous hairstyle.
Yeah, pineapple on his head was the Jason Lee one. There's Shaw trying to play an early one up towards Rashford. Good header away by Cody. Neves tidying it back to Bolly on the edge of the box. Going to lift it up towards Dendoncker. Challenge in the air. Will drop towards Moutinho. Trying to hit it forwards. Neves will go back to Saiz. Across to Bolly. Raul's just got to be patient. Make use of the ball when they get it. Neves finding Dendoncker. Out to Doherty just over the halfway. Neves backwards to Cody. Switch low across to Willy Bolly. Bolly looking to run it up to halfway. Little short pass to Jota. Infield to Moutinho. Moutinho has Johnny out wide left. He's going to continue on his own little charge here. Now using the support of Johnny. Infield to Neves. Left hand side of the centre circle. And to switch it low to the feet of Dendoncker. Further out to the touchline to Doherty. He's looking to drive infield. Jimenez has come short for him. Jimenez will switch it to Moutinho. Johnny's in space out on the left-hand side. Moutinho is good enough to find him. Now played back infield to João Moutinho. Back out wide to Diogo Jota this time. Now Bolly arriving in support. 5 in from the touchline. About 15 inside the United half. And he'll go back into his own half to Conor Cody, and it's Wolves' turn to recycle possession.
Yeah, that's better. Is it just trying to get a feel of the ball, haven't they? Because say that first 7 minutes or so, they haven't really had that many touches on it, and it's just nice for them just to be building with the ball.
9 minutes played. Here's Jimenez trying to run down the right-hand side using support from Dendoncker. Back to Neves, switched across to Willy Bolly. Bolly's going to try and go on a charge here. Out wide for Johnny. Infield to Jota, wide again for Johnny. Jota still in support. He'll now look to drive infield. Dendoncker making a run. Jota tried to go alone, and Matic's got a foot in and one possession back for United. Now trying to release Marcus Rashford down the right-hand side. Rashford getting up towards the corner of the penalty area. Conor Cody with him. Rashford cutting infield on his left foot. Now trying to tee it up for Paul Pogba. Pogba might fancy a shot from distance, and it goes harmlessly wide of the right-hand post of John Ruddy.
Yeah, there again you saw that the threat that Man United offer, don't they? So like Rashford down this right-hand side, a little ball into the space, and that's what they've got to be careful of. Conor Coady did really well there, just blocking him off, pushing him inside to bodies, but they just need to be careful. I just thought they give Pogba a little bit too much room on the edge of the 18-yard box as well, but wasn't one of his best efforts, I would say, fortunately for Wolves.
David Raul is watching the match at work but listening to us. Come on Wolves, 2-1 he says. Ruddy with the goal kick, downfield, straight down the middle. Jimenez wins it in the air, it'll drop to Johnny, just to the left of the centre circle on halfway, backwards to Bolly. Pam James says, Mikey, my friend, we have everything crossed for this one. James and the Barley Massive set their alarm for 3:50 AM. All like coiled springs in the steep ball. This is a biggie and we want him back. We were talking earlier about WWE star Sin Cara supporting Wolves because he's a big fan of Raul Jimenez. Kevin sent me a picture of another WWE superstar, Samoa Joe, sporting a Wolves shirt. Kevin's gone for Wolves 2 and United 1 as well. Big hello to Twisted Dawn listening from New Zealand. All the very best to you and everybody in New Zealand after the tragic events of the last couple of days. Here at Molineux tonight, we have played 11.5 minutes. It's 0-0. Barring one Pogba shot that went wide from the edge of the box. There hasn't been a great deal in here. Both sides rather coy at this stage. Lingard, wide foot short, inside the Wolves half, gets it back from Martial. New support from Lindelof, 10 yards inside the Wolves half, running towards the centre circle. Cross it to Smalling. Smalling being closed down by Jota, goes out wide to the right hand side on the touchline to Deadlock. Being forced a long way back here by Johnny. It's good pressure.
Well, it is again. So look, Wolves will be happy with just Man United just playing it at the back, trying to get them out. But like, at the end of the day, Salah have been organised so far. Salah have made it difficult for Man United just to get into those little pockets. But that's what they need to be doing if they're going to get anything out of the game, or they're going to work Man United. They're going to have to put pressure on them.
Rashford, rather loose ball. Martial, rather loose ball in field. This is Neves to Matt Doherty, trying to clip it up to halfway towards Jimenez. Trying to head it backwards and found Neves, nodded down to Dendoncker, who flicked it in field, but a comfortable take for Ander Herrera. Now Matic over the halfway line. Just holds on to possession, plays it to his right hand side to Rashford. Rashford's going to try and shoot from distance, and it's a comfortable take from John Ruddy. Low to his left hand side, it's going to take something special to beat him from that kind of distance.
Well, it was a bit, must have been about nearly close to 40 yards, was it? But you know that's what he wants to do. He saw it last week when he's had a shot, rebounded back off the keeper, got himself a goal. So look, you know that he's got confidence, you know that he's willing to have a shot from various ranges. Just need to be careful when he starts to get a little bit closer.
Just to mention that in the FA Cup, teams get a bigger allocation for away tickets. So Man United have got the whole of the bottom of the Steve Bull and the top and bottom of the North Bank quadrant as well. So there are big numbers of United fans inside the stadium, but so far all you've pretty much heard has been excited Wolves supporters. Here comes Doherty, and of course it's an open one back to Ruddy. Ruddy will deal with it well though, clear it up towards halfway. Wolves can get something moving here. This place will light up. Neves trying to lift it forward. Smalling there to head it away before it reached Jota.
Yeah, so he just needed a little bit more on it, wasn't it? It's a good idea from Neves. Saw the Jota peeling away. Just needed hitting a lot longer.
This is Ander Herrera just to the right of the centre circle. Forward over halfway to Pogba. To the right hand side to Rashford. Further out to the touchline to Deadlock. Again forced back to halfway by Johnny. Chris Smalling takes over, back out wide to Deadlock again, and Portuguese. On the field it goes to Lindelof, that's the left hand side to Shaw, forwards to Matic. Matic trying to play it up early towards Martial, it'll go all the way through to John Ruddy.
Yeah, so just overhit, wasn't it? But again, Wolves seem quite comfortable with what things are going on at the moment. Man United just finding it difficult to get any real pressure up front. We've got a lot of possession, passing it across the midfield and at the back. But I think that Wolves will be pretty happy with how things have gone.
There we are, 15 minutes into the game here at Molineux. And so far, there hasn't been a great deal between the two teams. Moutinho, nice bit of trickery. Now finding Neves in the centre circle. Wolves suddenly looking like they can pull forwards here. Neves to his right-hand side to Dendoncker. Out wide for Doherty. Back to Dendoncker, and he'll go into his own half to remain Saiz.
Yeah, so the Wolves fans get frustrated sometimes, but I think that they've come accustomed to the way that Wolves play and the passing, what they do. It's not all about just going forward and trying to get that chance to score. It's about creating opportunities rather than just going route one.
Doherty trying to work it down the right-hand side. He was fouled, but referee waves play on. Jimenez trying to switch it across to Moutinho. He'd score his only Wolves goal of his career at Old Trafford earlier this season. He comes pouring forwards. He might fancy a dip here, and he did, and it was blocked on the edge of the box. Comes back to him. He'll now lift it to the right-hand side to Doherty. Doherty trying to cut back in field. Now finding Jimenez on the turn. Jimenez towards the byline, trying to stand his cross up, and it's behind for a corner. And listen to the noise in Molineux.
Well, I think this is a good opportunity for Wolves set plays with the quality in and the power that we've got, especially with Bolly.
16 minutes have been played at Molineux tonight. First chance for Bolly, Dendoncker, Saiz and Doherty, all to join Jimenez in the penalty area. Jota's gone short. Moutinho with a corner, right-footed from the right-hand side. People rising to their feet around Molineux. Here comes Jean Moutinho, couple of short steps, plays it short to Jota, back to him, takes one touch, now tries to lift his cross high towards Saiz, hits it back in the danger zone, flicked on by Dendoncker, and Rashford will put his foot through it, slicing out of play for a Wolves throw.
Well, tried to put his foot through it, just shanked it out to the sideline. But again, so look, you win that initial header there, Saiz at the back post.
Here's Jota, trying to put a dangerous ball into the box, but Raul Jimenez couldn't get on the end of it. Flashed all the way through the penalty area, now to play for a throw.
Oh, what a great ball, wasn't it? Just 2 or 3 feet, just short of getting in there, wasn't he? Great ball in though.
Oh, rather awkward slice into the penalty area from Dallot, cleared away in the air by Romero.
Well, he spoke about just having nerves, a couple of their players got nerves. He's just coming to the side today, hasn't he, Dallot? So it's not great what he's done. He got away with it, really, didn't he?
Yes,
could have gone anywhere.
He's a young player, but a lot expected of him. Cost a decent amount of money from Porto last summer. Comes Lingard down the right-hand side. Infield to Matic, closed down quickly by Leander Dendoncker. Matic turning on halfway, just to the right of the centre circle. To Lingard, wide to the right-hand side to Herrera, closed down by Moutinho. Goes back to Smalling. There's been an awful lot of that so far. Wolves working incredibly hard. Lingard, Matic, forwards. Lingard running to the edge of the box, well cleared away though by Saiz. Smalling will nod it down for Lindelof, and United will build again.
Yeah, so like, you're just watching it there, so like, Wolves just a little bit of a hit and help there by Saiz. I just think they've got to do a bit better there for me.
Doherty winning it back on halfway. Neves finding Dendoncker. Jimenez infield to Doherty. And Neves taking over. Backwards to Cody, swept across to Bolly. And there's space in front of Willy Bolly. Bring it up towards halfway. Lingard closing him down now. Goes back infield to Cody. Cody to try and dink it up towards Jimenez. Jimenez nearly got a flick on. Doherty will try and chase and make a nuisance of himself. In the end, he and Jimenez couldn't quite steal it back.
Oh, I just thought it was just going to Jimenez then for a second, but again, switching the play from Connor Cody out wide to Jimenez this time.
Ball stretched a little bit. Martial getting towards the byline here on the Manchester United left, trying to cut back on his right foot. Will use support from Luke Shaw. Gets it back from him, over the edge of the penalty area. Pulled back infield to Matic. Closed down quickly by Dendoncker. Now finds Shaw. Shaw with a low ball to the edge of the box, and Moutinho turns it away. Up towards halfway, and Jimenez giving chase, and Lindelof having to head it out of play for a Wolves throw.
Yeah, so again, so you know that he's going to be competing there, Jimenez. The ball of that, that's a little bit better from Wolves. So look, when you are getting rid of it, We've done it a couple of times already in this game where we've just kicked it into nowhere. At least he's just giving Jimenez an opportunity to actually challenge for the ball, and he was able to just get a throw-in out of it.
20 minutes have been played at Molineux on Signal 107 Sport. The big match with Tile Choice staying into the game in tiles. It is Wolves 0, Manchester United 0. FA Cup quarter-final night under the lights. United have had plenty of the ball. Wolves have stood strong so far. 64-36 in United's favour on possession so far.
To be fair, that's happened a lot in Wolves games this year, hasn't it? Where they haven't had a lot of possession.
There goes Rashford running down the left-hand side, pokes into the penalty area. Neves there to tidy up. Clears to the feet of Jimenez. Jimenez now looking in field to Ruben Neves, who will sweep it to Johnny. He's got Jota making a run in front of him. Johnny will try and drive over the halfway line. Wide for Jota, it was behind him and out of play for a throw.
Yeah, that was unlucky there, so just under hit, or put behind him even. But Wolves worked the ball well from that right-hand side out to the left. Neves involved in it. But we're just watching the Man United players just stream back. There's about 6 or 7 of them getting back as quick as possible.
Shaw trying to make a run forwards here, so any sort of sliding challenge. Dendoncker will save it going down the play for a corner. Now to Saiz, infield to Neves, risky for Wolves, but they clear it to halfway. Jimenez can't win the header. Drops down to Herrera, flick forwards looking for Lingard. Coutinho was sharp into the tackle. Flicked high by Bolly. Neves will get there ahead of Lingard. He felt like he was fouled. Martin Atkinson wags his finger, says no. There comes Pogba, trying to play it in behind him, go all the way through to Rudder.
Yeah. Again, well marshalled by Conor Cardi, isn't it? The defence all in line. Just need to be careful that they don't give away possession in dangerous areas where just one pass can take them out of the game.
Here's Bolly trying to play one up early towards Jimenez, who's done really well to try and hold it up, but United had strength in numbers and Matic played it back to Romero.
Again, another example of it. They just surrounded him, don't they? There's about 3 or 4 players just surrounding Jimenez. And he's trying to hold it up. His first initial touch was great, but they just get it off him just because he's got nowhere to put it or to play it.
This is Chris Smalling for United, up towards Lingard, just inside his own half. Coutinho tracking him, goes back to Lindelof. Lingard has come short and will now try and run it over to the left-hand side. Matic taking over, lifts it high over the centre circle for Herrera. Closed down quickly by Jota, has to use support from Smalling. Switch to the left to Shaw, just over halfway comes the United left back. Allowed to run a couple of yards forwards, plays a 1-2 with Matic. Now for Martial, backwards again to Shaw. Wide out to the touchline to Lingard, backwards again to Shaw. Infield to Matic, looking for Lingard, and it's overhit the pass for Matic, and it will be a Wolves throw.
I just think as well, the way that Wolves play, I think they can frustrate Man United with the way that they're working, the defending, the organisation. I just think that they can frustrate Man United with the ball, and then hopefully it might open up a few gaps, but we still really haven't got the front two into it, especially Jota. Jimenez has had a couple of opportunities, but we really haven't got the two of them into the game.
Darcy with a throw on the right hand side, over halfway towards Jota, who tries to spin one, but cross came Lindelof, hoofed it deep into the Wolves half. Lingard finding Pogba, infield to Rashford, backwards to Matic, just the left hand side, trying to run down the United left, checks his run. Dendoncker closing with him, finding Pogba. Dendoncker though snaps to win it back. Neves early up towards Jota. Jota's going to have to try and run it himself. It came off Dalot and we picked up by Lindelof inside his own half.
It's just a couple of times, we're just fractions away, aren't we? So like you just saw there, Jimenez just a fraction away from getting it, and that's happened a couple of times. Jota being the same, and again, we just got to make sure that when we do get those opportunities, that we get the Man United back 2 or 3 even. Just the full-backs are pushing on a lot, it's just the back 2.
Rashford making a run in behind Willy Bolly, who just went to sleep for a second. Dangerous crossing, Conor Cody pulling it behind for a United corner. 25 minutes play.
Yeah, so again, another run from Rashford just into the space, just behind Bolly. I didn't really see him because he's come on the blind side of him, but already he's done 2 or 3 of those runs, and he's been able to, well, he's been picked out by Man United players.
Shaw has come across to take the corner, left-footed for the right-hand side, goes short to Ander Herrera on the right-hand touchline, 10 yards from the corner flag. Pulls it back here to Rashford, still out wide on the right-hand side, infield now to Shaw, trying to play it onto Lingard in the penalty area. Dangerous low ball in, what a brilliant tackle by Leander Dendoncker. And Johnny now trying to lift it early up towards Jimenez. Jimenez let it go over the top of him. Jota into the challenge, and that's out of play for a Wolves throw. Lindelof didn't make that kind of roughness from Diogo Jota.
Well, he's been biding this time,
now,
hasn't he?
A little bit of handbags between the two of them.
Well, remember when I said about that challenge from Smalling? There you go. He don't forget anything, does he? There's always going to be an opportunity for him to put one on one of the players. Legally, of course. Martin Atkinson was in charge of the 5th round tie at Bristol City. He also did Wolves' 1-1 draw with Man City here earlier in the season. He knows all about the combative nature of some of these Wolves players. Here's Dendoncker, out to the right side to Doherty, midway inside the United half. A little back heel, finding Dendoncker to Neves, right hand side of the centre circle, low across it for Bolly. Bolly will go backwards to Connor Cody. Cody looking to run it forward himself, and he's found Jota with an excellent pass here. Jota out wide for Johnny. Jota's made a run down the line. Johnny will look to drive infield himself. No one in the penalty area. Comes back to Neves. Neves pokes it to his right hand side to Dendoncker. Dendoncker helping it out towards Doherty. Not the best of balls, but Doherty's done well. He tries to cut infield, but Luke Shaw is equal to the challenge and comes away with the ball. Yeah, he went for the Megs, didn't he?
Oh, well done, Connor Cody. Spotted the pass and won it back early. Wide to the left hand side for Jota. Flag stays down. Jota trying to stand the cross in towards the far post, and Luke Shaw has to head it behind for a corner.
Well, brilliant play from Connor Cody, wasn't it? Intercepting that pass forward. He took a few Man United players out of the game, and a great ball with the outside of his right foot for Jota, who was struggling for people in the penalty area, just stood it up, but just couldn't get anybody on the end of it. A good play.
Was a slight suspicion of offside on Diogo Jota, but linesman on the far side didn't raise his flag. Saiss, Bolly, Dendoncker, Jimenez all in the box. Jota's gone out short again, just outside the penalty area by the byline. Last one was short to his feet. What will Moutinho do this time? A couple of short steps again from João Moutinho. This time he pulls it to the edge of the box. Neves trying to strike it through the bodies, and it's well saved by the keeper. Low down to his left-hand side. Clearly one from the training ground, and it nearly came up trumps for Wolves.
Yeah, great strike, wasn't it? So he caught it clean enough, on target. Didn't really worry the goalkeeper though, didn't Romario?
Just maybe didn't quite have enough time, didn't come to him quick enough to be able to have a touch to set himself, so he had to try and adjust his body, and in the end it was a decent effort, well saved by Romero. But it's a bright moment for Wolves.
Well, it is. So look, he did brilliant to get it on target, but as you mentioned there, he didn't catch it as sweet as probably what he wants to, but it was on target. Didn't really worry him, did it? So and that was the thing, he didn't really test the keeper as such. It was quite an uncomfortable stop for him, but good to see us actually having a strike at goal and causing a problem for Man U.
Johnny on the left-hand touchline, trying to find Moutinho. That'll be a Wolves throw, about 40 yards from goal. Jota is short for it. Now to Johnny, backwards to Moutinho, trying to turn away from Herrera, run down the left-hand side, flicking it infield to Jimenez. Jimenez thought about the shot, plays it across to Neves. Neves out to the right-hand side for Doherty. Doherty with a first-time cross in. Struck goals by Jota, but a comfortable take by Romero again. He's around about the penalty spot when he tries to strike it, and he just couldn't get enough power behind
Well,
it.
again, so not enough power was there. Just didn't really catch any of it. And I'll tell you what, I bet Romero thought that he was going to be picking it out to his net because it come to him at a nice height. Just didn't catch it, did he? Just watching the replay. Yeah, just didn't get any power at all in it. That's a shame.
Really good football for Wolves though, and they are growing into this game more and more. Half an hour gone, Wolves 0, United 0 on Signal 107 Sport, the big match with Tile Choice staying ahead of the game in times.
But they've created 2 good opportunities. Neves off the corner, and then you just saw Doherty down that right-hand side crossing over. And it's good to see as well, because I think Jimenez left it because he had the shape from Jota as well.
United in possession on halfway. Here's Pogba being held off by Saiz. Going backwards to Lindelof, across to Smalling. Smalling out to Diogo Dalot on halfway, forward into the feet of Lingard. Lingard playing it backwards. This is Smalling in possession. Lindelof out to the left-hand side for Shaw. Closed down by Dendoncker, goes infield to Pogba. Pogba trying to spin infield, trying to get a 1-2 going. Challenge comes out for Bolly on the edge of the box, so Wolves come away with the ball. Not for long though, as Dendoncker couldn't get on the end of that pass. Shaw intercepted. Here comes Lingard down the United right, out towards Dalot. Further on towards Lingard, across comes Bolly tracking him as he sends him out towards the right-hand corner flag. Lingard trying to hold the ball up, and in the end it goes out of play for a Wolves throw.
Well, there's no physical contest between the two, is there? You'd have thought that Lingard with his trickery might have had to do something, but once he come up against him, there was only going to be one winner with it.
Nil-nil. 31.5 minutes played. Johnny with a throw down the line towards Jimenez. Bounces over the top of Jota and Smalling. Matic taking over inside the Wolves half. Rashford good challenge in by Cody. Rashford still coming away with the ball. Dendoncker trying to close him down, does well, got a block on it. Goes backwards to Shaw, still inside the Wolves half. Infield to Matic. Forwards here, and Herrera, it might open up for him. Out to the right side to Dalot, first time cross, blocked by Johnny, behind for a United corner.
Yeah, so just need to be careful, because say it has opened up a little bit, and Man United start to stretch Wolves by moving the ball a little bit quicker. But good defending again, but I can't really see them putting it into the penalty area for me. You're looking at the setup here, they're looking to play it short to get it to Rashford, who will be looking to shoot.
Shaw has come across to the left, to the right-hand side with his left foot. He'll play it low in towards the near post, cleared away by Jimenez. Rashford to shoot from outside the box, and that is well wide of the left-hand post of John Ruddy.
There you go. So look, I think that the way that they've set up on corners, that's what they're looking to do. They're trying to get Rashford to be shooting from the 18-yard, 20 yards area, and I think you'll see probably more of that than actually putting the ball in there. And they've done it 2 or 3 times now from corners.
Yeah, they don't have a huge amount of height, this Manchester United team.
And I just think that's an area that we can expose on our set plays.
Jimenez was pulled to the floor. Martin Atkinson's okay with it. Neves across the centre circle for Johnny. Flicked forwards, it took a little deflection, but sent it behind Jota. Picked up by Lindelof across to Shaw. 33.5 minutes played. Signal 107 Sport on Wolves TV at Molineux FA Cup quarter-final night. Martial running down the left-hand side. He's kept the ball in on the far touchline. Certainly some Wolves fans over that side didn't think so.
Well, don't attempt fight, but they've kept... Well, Marshall's been pretty quiet in this first half. Rashford's had a couple of opportunities. But it's from the hard work from Wolves, and they've just got to keep it up now.
Smalling skips over the challenge of Moutinho, running down the right-hand side, low cross in, well blocked by Connor Cody. Read the danger. Jimenez in, trying to flick the ball on, headed it miles high into the sky. It's come down with snow on it. Now an awkward one back into their own half for United. Lindelof will have to go back to his keeper. Jimenez is going to put pressure on Romero, but he did well and clears over halfway. Neves trying to bring it down. It's caught a little bit late by Lingard. Wolves play on there. Saiz has found Doherty down the right-hand side. Drives over the halfway line. Further on down the line for the run of Dendoncker. Dendoncker trying to cut back infield, a huge support from Neves. First time it's the feet of Moutinho. Again, first time for Moutinho, wide for Dendoncker, down the line for Doherty. Infield to Moutinho, this is neat play for Wolves. Moutinho though, losing control of it, trying to play it forwards. Dendoncker will now try and get the beneficiary of a lucky little ricochet here towards the byline, attempted cross, blocked off, and it goes out of play for a throw.
Yeah, I just thought that he could have missed Shaw out there. He's come off short to go out for a throw-in. I just thought that he had an opportunity there, Dendoncker, to put it into the area. We've got Jota, Jimenez and Johnny just coming into the area.
Matt Doherty with the throw. Dendoncker's short, goes down the line towards Jimenez, right by the right-hand corner flank, trying to hold off the challenge, and he's done well. He spins, tries to drive into the penalty area, and that came off a Manchester United player and will be a Wolves corner.
Good strength from Jimenez again out there. Lindelof for Selocki, pushed him out the way, charged into the penalty area. I think it was Pogba that actually came up against him.
Wolves' third corner of the night. All of them have been out on that right-hand side. Again, Jota's gone out short for João Moutinho.
Well, we've definitely got a height advantage, haven't we? You're just looking at there who we've got: Jimenez, Saiss, Dendoncker, you've got Bolly.
Neves again in acres of space on the edge of the box. I'm not sure they'll pull the same trick twice. Moutinho doesn't, delivers in dangerously. That came off the head of Pogba. Players going down inside the box. Referee not interested. Certainly the Wolves fans behind the goal were.
Oh, is VAR on show today, is it?
It is, we do have VAR.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting.
There is no VAR review on this though. Dendoncker went down off the ball as that cross came in. Bolly sent to the floor as well.
I'm just watching the replay there. It looked like Smalling's got hold of him. He's gone to ground.
Chris Kavanagh is in charge of the VAR tonight, with Derek Eaton assisting him. There is a screen at pitch side should Martin Atkinson need it. Didn't feel like going to it on that occasion. Still 0-0 at Molineux. 36.5 minutes played. Signal 107 Sport, the big match with Town Choice, staying out of the game in tiles. Out wide it goes for Luke Shaw, midway inside the Wolves half, infield to Matic. Matic trying to play it down the line for Martial, closed down by Saiss. Infield to Shaw, 40 yards from goal, back out wide to Martial. Now setting himself for a left-footed cross, delivered high to the far post. Johnny tried to get there, he was hit goalwards by Deadlock, deflects and goes behind for a corner, and now it's United's turn to protest towards the referee. They think there was an arm in there.
Well, this is what I don't agree with. How many players are surrounded there? No, not for me.
It hits the arm of Johnny, but his arm is by his side.
No.
United, of course, were beneficiaries of VAR decision in the Champions League.
Well, very similar thing. The way that he's turned away. Now I'm talking about how he's turned his back to it, and it's hit him on the arm.
Martin Atkinson signals that United have to take the corner.
Well, I don't agree with what Man United 7 players have surrounded the referee?
Yeah.
That's what they've got to try and get rid of.
Here's Shaw's corner, left footed from the right hand side, delivered in this time. Cody got a block on it. Moutinho now trying to lift it forwards for Jota down the left hand side, and Wolves have men pouring forwards, one of which is Jimenez. It's played in towards him. Raul Jimenez up towards the edge of the box, forced a little bit wide, uses support from Jota, and he'll go all the way back to halfway to Bolly.
Yeah, it was a bit unfortunate there, wasn't it? So we've got 3 against 3, I think, at one stage. Just didn't come off.
Doherty couldn't get control of it. Pogba trying to lift it forwards, actually played it off Martial, and it is a Wolves throw.
Yeah, Sellock did it well initially, but Sellock just hits it off Martial as he's turned his back to him.
This is Bolly. Up towards Jota. Trying to play it down the line for Johnny. That's a good ball. Jimenez is short for him. It's opened out through the middle. Johnny trying to switch it across towards Matt Doherty. What a pass that was. Doherty into the penalty area towards the byline, trying to stand his cross up, and it's put behind for another Wolves corner. Yeah. They are racking them up in this first half.
Well, if he could just have dinked it to the back pass, I think Jimenez had just broke free from the shackles of a Man United defender. But great play again. Moutinho
going out to take the corner. right-footed from the right-hand side. Again, Jota has come short for it. Neves waits outside the penalty area. Saiz, Bolly, Dendoncker, Jimenez, all in amongst that box. Crowded box that it is. Moutinho trying to lift it high. Bolly looked to be blocked off. The ball drops in the 6-yard box. United had enough numbers back to get it clear. Doherty trying to find Jota. Jota's done well to hold off his man here. Now trying to drive infield, trying to run it forwards, and it came off Bolly. Now the referee was signalling for a play on there, and then nothing came from it. Should he not have pulled that back?
I thought so.
Bolly has had to foul Paul Pogba just over the halfway line, taking one for the team. He gets a yellow card.
Well, there was no advantage there for Wolves, was there? I think the instant was a foul on Jota, and he could have called it back. Yeah, I think Bolly's just kicked him through frustration, I think. Well, he's just stood in his way.
Just left his foot there, didn't he?
Yeah, he's just stood in the way and he's just gone past him.
We have played just about 41 minutes of the game so far.
Well, I think that we've done more than enough. I know Man United probably had a little bit more possession, but we've probably had the better chances.
This is Shaw. Out to the left-hand side for Pogba. Down the line for Martial. Martial trying to run at Doherty, trying to wriggle his way into the penalty area, and so he's puts it behind for a Manchester United corner.
Yeah, so just again, so good defending in numbers. But you just watch the setup here of Man United. Deadlock has gone outside there to take the corner. But you just watch the setup. Herrera just comes short, and it's got Rashford another 10 yards outside the penalty area. And I think that they're going to play a short corner and try and get Rashford on the shooting position.
Deadlock has gone over to the left-hand side, does play it short, tries to get it back. It'll come here to Herrera, infield to Rashford. Rashford tried to line up the shot, was well blocked off there. Doherty now finding Moutinho to his right-hand side to Jimenez. Jimenez trying to lift it forwards, but Smalling tracking. Johnny, though, does well to win possession back. And now Neves trying to play it in behind. Here's Jota into the penalty area. Jota, oh, what a save by the goalkeeper. High in his penalty area, right up towards the line. Closed down the angle for Diogo Jota. Here come United. Neves then tripping Paul Pogba, and Neves is going to get himself a yellow card.
Well, I think he's great ball, great break. Just a nice height for the keeper, though, wasn't it? I think he needed to give him the eyes there. Looked to go the way that he did, but put it into the bottom corner. What a great break.
That's twice that Wolves have been rather cynical on halfway to stop Manchester United counter-attacks.
Yeah, great first touch. I just think you've got to give him the eyes there, hasn't he? It's a shame.
It was a brilliant ball played through.
Yeah, it was. Great counter-attack, great first touch from Jota, which gave him that opportunity to go down on the Man United goal. But, as I said earlier, we've had the better chances in this first half. You've seen what happens with Man City, so like, if you don't take your chances or kill teams off with them, they always come back and haunt you.
43 minutes have been played at Molineux tonight on Signal 107 Sport. The big match with Tile Choice staying in the game in tiles. Wolves 0, United 0. Here comes Matic on a charge up towards the edge of the box, trying to shoot from distance. And you can hear from the crowd's reaction that it was low, didn't have the power, and goes behind for a goal kick.
Well, I'll just think that I know he's cut inside and he's not renowned for his goal scoring, but like he won't want to see that one again. Just about made it to the line, never mind that on goal. Just watching that replay again. Yeah, nice height for the keeper, wasn't it?
Best chance of the night for either side.
He's gone as well, hasn't he? I think that if he gives him the eyes, because the goalkeeper's already on his way down, isn't he, when I'm watching that?
Just needed to lift it higher, didn't he?
Yeah, or put it the other side.
Deadlock back to Smalling. Hopefully Wolves won't be made to rue that missed chance. Best opportunity either side have crafted in this first half. Lingard, infield to Herrera, back to Lingard, midway inside the Wolves half, driving into the infield, uses Lindelof, out to the left-hand side to Shaw. Shaw being shown back infield. Matic, out wide for Martial. Martial looking to run at Saiz, trying to cut back infield. Putting it back to Matic. Matic back out wide for Shaw. Shaw sets himself, tries to cross, hits Saiz, goes on the play for a throw.
Well down that right-hand side, haven't they, Saiz and Doughty already, because they are a threat with Shaw bombing forward. We've got Martial, and I think they've done pretty well against them.
Maybe good evidence as to why Nuno left Saiz in there, with Martial being a little bit more predominantly right-footed and cutting back in field.
And his dominant foot is left, yeah, maybe.
Working hard, forcing the ball backwards to Smalling. Here comes the fourth official with the ball for how much time is going to be added on. 1 minute is all that's being added on at the end of this half. Jimenez working hard to try and win possession. He was caught. Wolves will counter on though. Here's Moutinho to the left-hand side to Jota. 20 yards from goal. Jota up towards the edge of the box. Might fancy a shot here to try and curl, and it goes through the legs of the defender and goes behind for a corner.
Well, it'd be interesting if he actually put, I think it was Matic, wasn't it? Yeah, he's called him back and he's booked him. Rightfully so. Again, good play from Jimenez. Intercepting the ball, we've been able to break.
Final action of the half. By the time that Jean Moutinho makes it out to the right-hand side, he's in no rush. Maybe does need to rush a little bit quicker. He's only got 10 seconds to get this ball in. Moutinho placing the ball carefully. Jota again out short. Jimenez, Saiz, Bolly, Dendoncker, all on the edge of the box, waiting to make their runs. We're in added time at the end of the first half. Can Wolves strike at a crucial time? Moutinho to deliver the ball in towards the near post. It comes out of the edge of the area. Doherty to strike it. That was travelling well, blocked by Rashford, and that will be the final action of a pulsating first 45 minutes. The atmosphere from the beginning has been electric. Wolves put so much into it. They had to defend sternly and strongly for large parts of the opening period, but they grew into the game more and more, and Diogo Jota has forced a good save, and actually Romero's been called into action a couple more times than John Ruddy has at the other end.
Well, I think that we're probably the team, well, we are the team that have had the most chances in there, or clear-cut chances. And again, so I think that we've eased our way into the half. I think that Man United had a lot of the possession early on, but I think that we started to grow into the game. I thought that we started to get a little bit more possession, and you've seen the chances that we created, so I'm sure they'll be pleased about the opportunities and the way that we've gone about it. We've basically nullified all their efforts at goal, and we've created 2 or 3 of our own.
Well, everybody is hoping that Wolves can finish 7th and be the best of the rest, but if they are truly to have a silverware-laden season, then it all comes down to this next 45 minutes. Do they have enough within them to get in front against United and hold fire to see this job through? Jota getting us underway, playing it backwards inside his own half. Wolves playing from left to right as we look at it second half, which means they are attacking the Sir Jack Hayward South Bank away to our right-hand side. Steve Ballstan on the far side. The Stan Cullis North Bank to our left. We're at the top of the front of the top tier of the Billy Wright stand. No changes from either side of the break. We're running through the two teams in just a moment as Rashford trying to get onto the end of one here, trying to drive deep into the Wolves half. Cody trying to get across with him. Rashford shooting, good save by John Ruddy. And it's behind, and I'm not sure he actually got anything on it. I think it might have just gone all the way through behind. From the angle we are, difficult to tell at first. Ruddy certainly had it covered no matter what, and it will be a goal kick.
Yeah, so just let off early doors for that. We had possession of the ball, just got caught with Rashford's pace. Yeah, I just think that he sliced it. I think the tackle come from Cody, just put him off. Yeah.
He did really well. Maybe it should have been a corner. Like there was a little touch from Conor Cody.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
You're so biased, it's brilliant. Wolves with Ruddy in goal. Saiz, Cody, Bolly, Dossi, Neves, Moutinho, Dendoncker, Johnny, and then Jimenez and Jota. Bolly, Neves, both on yellow cards from the first half. Jota trying to get control of the ball out on the left-hand side here, back to Johnny. United with Romero in goal, Dalot, Smalling, Lindelof, Shaw, Matic, Herrera, Pogba, Lingard, Rashford, Martial, and Matic is on a yellow card for United.
Yeah, so I think that we've done well, so I know we've got away with a little bit there.
Long Ball falls to Chase.
Yeah, so it's just a bit unfortunate. So he's just playing it with, well, tried to play with the outside of his left foot just into the path of Jimenez. But ended up hitting him too straight, just going through to Romero.
At Mikey Burrows, if you want to have your say on the game so far. It is 0-0 at Molineux. As we play 2 minutes of the second half. Pogba falls to Lingard. Lingard trying to shoot, blocked by Cody, comes back to Lingard on the edge of the box, and Moutinho will get a foot in and lift it high, clear up towards Jimenez. He's got strapping on his left wrist now.
Appropriate goal, I was going to say, yeah. Appropriate goal.
Here's Jota. Nice take in the centre circle. To his left-hand side to Johnny. Just over the halfway line. We'll leave it for Moutinho to take it forwards. He's got Jota in front of him. We'll go back to Neves, just to the left-hand side of the centre circle. Turned away from Lingard and found Bolly. Down the line for Johnny. Moutinho. Bolly out wide. Trying to play it on down the line for the run of Jota. No one in the penalty area just yet. Go backwards or it's a loose one, but Bolly has done well to make the most of it. Moutinho, infield to Neves. Neves might fancy a dig from distance, and he was not far off, you know. Romero always looked like he had it covered from that kind of range, but it was only a couple of yards wide of his left-hand post.
Well, I would say it's roughly very similar to the one Rashford had in the first half, didn't it? He hit the target, but a long way out, probably about 40 yards, very similar distance. But he was always swinging away.
Does like the mitre ball, Ruben Neves. Talked about it after that brilliant goal against Liverpool here in the third round. It's John Ruddy who's had to control it on the chest on the byline to stop it going behind for a corner. Well done, John Ruddy.
Oh, what a touch that was. Pass from Johnny, deal with that.
Jimenez was offside. Well, they've just taken it from inside the Wolves half. You can't do that. Matic ball intercepted by Doherty. Now Neves to Jimenez for Dendoncker. A little miscontrol, but it actually enabled him to get away from Pogba. Goes backwards to Cody. Driving out of his own penalty area here, Connor Cody. Now finding Jota. Backwards to Bolly, who's out wide. Again to Jota, who's out to turn. Now run over the halfway line. Trying to wriggle his way through. Johnny continues on with the ball. Trying to play it in behind here for Jimenez. Jimenez trying to drive into the penalty area. Gets his shot away, and it's lifted over the top and behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, so he's always looking for that ball, isn't he? Just the one up front. It's a great ball, so Jota trying to drive through, but a great ball in. But he was always being pushed wide, wasn't he, by Shaw? I think he was just off balance as a contact with it. Shaw did enough. Yeah. But again, so they're just showing glimpses of just pushing Man United back.
5 minutes into the second half at Molineux on Signal 107 Sport. The big match with Tile Choice staying into the game in tiles. Wolves 0, Manchester United 0. There's Dallot on the right-hand side, over halfway towards Rashford. Good sliding challenge from Neves. Coutinho back to Neves, tries to stand it up out to the left-hand side for Johnny, who headed it down the line, but out of play for a Manchester United throw.
It's just unlucky there, wasn't he? So just running away from him a little bit. Just couldn't get anything on. But again, so it started pretty well. Better than the first half, Wolves.
This is Matic over halfway, wide for Herrera and Dallot wants it out of play for a Wolves throw. Just looking down, seeing Caballero, Traore and Costa are out warming up for Wolves at the minute. A couple of Man United subs going out to join them.
I think that there's going to be an opportunity for Traore in this game for me. I think that running at those back lads of Man United, I think is going to be one of the ways that Wolves can get at them. We saw it in the first half, Jota doing it a little bit more than Jimenez.
Loose pass from Matic, Johnny finds Bolly, forced wide by Lingard and has to just play it deep into the Wolves half that Smalling will have time to go back and collect. As it's short to the feet of Matic. To Lindelof, brings it up towards halfway, midway between the touchline and centre circle. Out to the left-hand side to Shaw, up towards the feet of Rashford. Good foot in by Cody, snapping away, trying to win possession back, and free kick given against Wolves though, and there's a card coming here for Leander Dendoncker.
I don't know, I think it's Rashford.
Oh, Rashford got the yellow card, free kick given Wolves way.
I thought he was just late on Dendoncker.
There's a Good foot in by Cody. Rashford then lunged in, and he just caught Dendoncker a little bit late as the two of them collided together. So Neves, Bolly, Rashford and Matic all on yellows now. João Moutinho has to be careful for Wolves. If he does get a yellow card in this game, he would be suspended for the semi-final should Wolves get there.
Yeah, that would be a loss, wasn't it?
Here's Cody, trying to knock a long one for Doty to challenge for. Ball ricochets infield to Jimenez, 25 yards from goal. Now to Dendoncker, up towards the edge of the box, trying to twist and turn. And does that come off a Manchester United player? Yes, it did. It's a Wolves corner.
Yeah, he didn't really know where to go, did he, Dendoncker? He's got possession of the ball, and he was just twisting and turning, didn't really know where to go. And he was fortunate. Yeah, there's a picture of where you want me to be, mate.
There's a young Wolves supporter dressed as a Mexican. Just flashed up on the TV screen. Moutinho with a corner, right-footed for the right-hand side. Jota has stayed inside the 6-yard box this time. Here comes João Moutinho to deliver, and it goes high. Bolly nearly got there, Jimenez did, and it's flicked over the top. Goodness me, what a save by Romero. Oh. What a chance.
Well, it was. That was a better opportunity, was it? Come to it an eyesight. Jimenez directed at goal. Good save from the keeper. Instinctive, left-handed, was able to knock it over the bar.
That is top class for the Manchester United backup goalkeeper. Moutinho again with a corner, right-footed from the right-hand side. Can he find a Wolves head for a second time? Delivered in dangerously, headed away at the near post. Martial trying to pick it up. Matt Doty's done brilliantly. Keeps it alive. Here's João Moutinho out wide on the right-hand side. Trying to flick it down the line for Jimenez, and across comes Lindelof. Pogba's back there, and Lindelof trying to clear. Doty heading infield. Looked like a push by Pogba on Moutinho. Martin Atkinson's happy for things to continue. Moutinho then catches Paul Pogba late. And I think that's a warning.
Well, so a couple of decisions what you think's just gone against us a little bit, and then Man United get the way out of it. We've just got to be careful, we don't get frustrated and make something silly.
Wolves have started the second half strongly. 9 minutes of it have been played. Still 0-0 at Molineux. Here's Shaw on the left-hand side for United. Infield to Pogba. 15 yards inside the Wolves half. Lifted high across towards the right-hand side to Herrera. Takes it out towards the touchline, up to the midway point of the half. Leaves it for Dallot. Back infield to Matic. On his left foot, driving back infield. Route cut off by Jimenez. Now Herrera to Pogba. Turning, switching it out towards Luke Shaw. 20 yards from goal on the left-hand side. Little ball into Martial, just out wide of the penalty area. Shaw, Pogba trying to get it on the turn. Doty will put his foot through it and clear it up towards the centre circle. Smalling heading downwards for Lindelof.
Yeah, so just unlucky there, wasn't it? But again, it's good pressure from Wolves.
Yeah,
it just shows you. Well, it just shows you. Put a little bit of pressure on them, they make mistakes.
Listen to this atmosphere. We've not just suddenly turned the microphones up, folks. This is just the level the noise has got to here. Doty forwards, Dendoncker with a flick on. Smalling got there ahead of Jota. Drops to Matic on halfway. Couple of yards in from the left-hand touchline. Saïs heading the ball clear. Headed down by Herrera. Lindelof wide for Shaw. Getting away from Dendoncker, over the halfway line, infield to Rashford, loose pass, back over the halfway line it goes. Jota has it, out to Jimenez on his right-hand side. Jimenez back infield to Neves, left it further 5 yards forwards to Moutinho, comes driving up 25 yards out, now looking it back to Neves. Neves might line up from distance, the shot's going to deflect out to the right-hand side for a Wolves throw.
Yeah, he's definitely got his eye for a goal tonight, hasn't he? That's 3 or 4 efforts he's had now. The ball was Doughty out on this right-hand side, though.
Here's Neves, sets himself to put one dangerously in. Jota couldn't quite get there. Jimenez was in an offside position, so he let the ball go past him, and Jota couldn't quite reach it. Still 0-0.
Fractions again, wasn't it? Great ball in. Great ball in. Jimenez just left it. Oh.
The Wolves had 35% possession in the first half. Already up to 45 in the second. They've had 3 shots to United's 2, just in the second half alone. Jimenez working hard to try and win the ball back. Matic though has it. To Shaw, on halfway, on the United left. Loses it to Dendoncker. Dendoncker needs some support. Gets it from Neves. Took it neatly on the turn. Flick to the feet of Jota. Jota trying to turn here and look to go to Wolves' left. Gives it to Moutinho. Johnny is high up on the left-hand side. It finds his feet. Dendoncker's forwards in support, as is Jimenez. It goes infield to Jota. Jota will switch it, just evading the head of Pogba to find Matt Doherty. Doherty to Jimenez, right-hand side of the penalty area. Jimenez now trying to stand his cross back up towards Jota, and it was well headed away by Herrera. Comes out right to Doherty. Left for Jimenez on the touchline. Jimenez trying to find the feet of Moutinho. Moutinho might fancy a dig here from distance. Curling and just tipped over. Romero wasn't to know where his goal was in the end. He seemed well positioned at first, but he found it too hot to handle.
Yeah, I just think that there's a big swing on it, isn't there? I think that's what took him by surprise, just watching it for the replay. Massive swing on the shot.
58 minutes have been played at Molineux. An electric Molineux under the lights. Moutinho's corner, right-footed from the right-hand side. Again, players wait to make runs from deep. Moutinho, short steps, delivers, low to the near post, cleared away by Rashford. Doherty trying to hit it back in the danger zone, away by Herrera this time. Comes infield to Pogba. It's going to be won back though by Jimenez, trying to stand it up to Moutinho on the right-hand side, who heads it on early. Dendoncker trying to get there, across came Matic in front of him. Out wide to the touchline, clears to halfway. Saiss didn't hear the shout from Neves, and you can't blame him with how loud it is here. The Wolves come forwards through volley. Must be so difficult to communicate, Tomo.
Well, it is, Salok, and just got to get on with it, haven't they, Salok, at the end of the day. Salok, they have that understanding. And that's probably one of the first ones that we've seen, but I think it is for the noise from in the ground, but it's great. Driving the club, driving the team forward.
Just listen to this phenomenal atmosphere. I say, I'm not even turning the microphones up, folks. That's just how loud it is in here tonight. Here comes Shaw over halfway to Rashford. Infield to Pogba. Midway inside the Wolves half. Out to the left-hand side to Shaw. Shaw playing it on. Rashford's continued on his run. Saiss getting back with him. Gets the challenge. Rashford trying to keep his footing. Saiss robs him. Now finds Neves in the penalty area. Neves clearing up towards Jimenez. Tried to stand it back towards Dendoncker. Couldn't quite do so. United have possession back through Herrera. Now to Pogba. Pogba trying to spin away from Dendoncker. It goes wide to Martial. Martial into the penalty area. On his right foot, it comes back in field and it's deflected to the edge of the box. It's Herrera to try and strike it. Good block by Moutinho. Comes out to Pogba. Now it's Matic. To the left-hand side to Shaw. Shaw trying to run it forwards. Now finding Martial on the left-hand side. In towards the penalty area he goes. Shaw takes the tumble. Martial continued on and Neves got a foot in and got it away for a throw.
Yeah, carried on, very happy with that. Shaw going to ground. But again, so we've upped the tempo a little bit, Man United, starting to push Wolves. Quick little play around the 18-yard box, sorry. You're just watching it there, so like Martial starting to get into the game a little bit more now.
We are past the hour mark on Signal 107 Sport, the big match with Tile Choice, staying into the game in tiles. Wolves 0, Manchester United 0. An FA Cup quarter-final night at Molineux. Here comes Lindelof. Out to his left-hand side to Pogba. 25 yards from goal. Out wide to Shaw. Shaw getting up towards the edge of the penalty area, but he passed it straight to Dendoncker. Now to Jimenez. Oh, Jimenez not with the best of balls back, and it was intercepted by Shaw. Now here comes Lingard. Wolves just tiring a little bit in the last couple of minutes. United have soaked up a bit of Wolves' pressure in the beginning of the second period. Now it's their turn.
Yeah, they're starting to probe now on their little passes. Movement's been good by Man United, but you can just see there they're trying to get people in the box.
Here comes Matic. That's the right-hand side for Deadlock. Infield, well read there by Neves. Steps in, wins it back. Jota then was caught late there by Ander Herrera. there's going to be a yellow card coming in his direction.
Yeah, he's late, isn't he? I don't know if he's put it between his legs or just round him. But it was always going to be a yellow card. Yeah, he's put it through his legs.
Clever from Diogo Jota. At Mikey Burrows if you want to have your say. Wherever you are tonight, keep those fingers crossed. The Wolves can do the job here. Still could go either way. 62.5 minutes played. Here comes Bolly. Over halfway for Jota. Infield to Martinez. Back out to Bolly. Over halfway to Johnny, flicked round the corner, but just too much on it for Jota, and it's out of play for us.
Well, that was a shame, wasn't it? So some good play, so just a little pass in. Just needed that one round the corner, just to have a little less weight on the pass. It's been a good half, this second half, I think, especially for Wolves. A couple of opportunities, a couple of shots.
At what point do you think Nuno might start to think about those on the bench?
Well, like I say, if you're chasing the ball for long periods of the game, he's going to have a think about who's going to change, because you need that tempo at the level that needs to make sure that he's putting pressure on Man U. So I think, looking at it now, it's 63 minutes gone. Might look at another 5 minutes, give the last 20 minutes.
Lingard just caught by Ruben Neves.
He needs to be careful. Yellow carded, hasn't he?
Yeah. Neves just going to apologise to Jesse Lingard. I don't think there was a great deal in it. Just put his foot out, and I think just caught him down the left shin a little bit, just under the knee. Lingard trying to stand his feet to his credit. Trying to take this short and across. Here comes Shaw, trying to run it up towards the corner of the box, infield towards Rashford. And Cody sees the ball back to John Ruddy. He's had to keep his composure tonight. There hasn't been a great deal on for him.
Well, he's an experienced keeper, isn't he? So look, he's done
well.
well.
Brave header by Doherty. Gets it back from Jimenez. Doherty now trying to lift one diagonally forwards for Johnny to chase, but Dalot heads back to the keeper.
Yeah, I just thought Dendonker's made that run in front of him. I just thought he might have had a look at that. It's a long ball. That was about 50-60 yard ball.
Here comes Shaw, trying to play it in behind for Rashford. Offside flag didn't go up against Marcus Rashford, and then he was caught by Saiss, and he wins the free kick.
Well, he looked offside to me, didn't he?
He looked a long way offside. And Nuno is furious down in front of us.
He looked miles offside.
It's a couple of yards from the corner flag where this free kick will be taken.
Yeah, again, if you're looking at what Man United have done from corners already, they're just looking to set it up. Can we get somebody on the edge of the box? You're looking at the way they set up. Look how deep we are. That's one of the things that scares me. We're always between the penalty spot and the 6 yard box. Nobody else any further out. It's a long way to travel to try and close somebody down.
If this does come out of the box, Luke Shaw is out there waiting as well.
We've got Lingard as well.
Rashford is going to take this free kick. Jota's a one-man wall. Rashford, the step up right-footed to try and fire it into the danger zone. It goes all the way through the 6 yard box. And the linesman saying that came off a Wolves player.
I thought it was the Man United player that headed that.
Yeah. So it definitely looked like from where we are.
Well, I thought that it was...
Oh, no, maybe it did come off Cody.
Yeah, it was kind of Cody. All right then, we'll let you off.
We weren't alone in not spotting that originally. Johnny whips his head to the ball. Neves finding Jota. Jota can't quite keep control of it. Smalling in possession on halfway, right on the right-hand touchline. Wolves have done well to try and win this back, and they'll get a free kick as well.
Yeah, I just thought that Neves played the ball initially to Jota. I thought that he didn't have to do that. He had plenty of time and space just to keep it. He give it to Jota, and there's 2 or 3 players around him.
Nuno has just come back into his technical area, into his dugout from the technical area, and he stood with Ian Cathro, Rui Pedro Silva and Antonio Diaz, and they were looking towards the subs there. And he was stroking his beard, Nuno.
Like you do.
Yeah. Maybe he's just beginning to think, is the time coming? Doherty, infield to Dendoncker, back to Sainz, just inside the United half, to Neves. Neves trying to stand it forwards towards Doherty, couldn't quite win it in the air, Shaw did well. Pogba comes away with the ball, well tackled though by João Moutinho. Jota puts it through the legs of Herrera, driving forwards, finding Jimenez. Jimenez just outside the box, trying to cut back in field. Jimenez trying to strike it, takes a big deflection, bounces into the penalty area. Shaw gets there first, and he'll come away with the ball. And now down the line for Lingard at United now, trying to hit on the counter-attack down their left-hand side. Neves trying to get across to Jesse Lingard. Neves gets a foot in, and he wins the throw. That's good defending from Wolves. Well played, great midfield, play all round.
Well, he has. He's helped his team out as well, hasn't he? Great defending. Yeah, so look, I think they're contemplating making that change, aren't they? They're in discussions.
Ruben Vinagre and Morgan Gibbs-White and Ryan Bennett are out warming up at the minute. Doherty with a throw down the line, Jimenez with the flick on, Smalling there ahead of Jota. Herrera is challenged and tackled by Moutinho again, and now Moutinho gets it from Jota, and he drives on forwards. He's got Johnny to his left-hand side, Johnny into the penalty area, trying to pull it back here for João Moutinho. Moutinho closed down quickly by Matic, had to go to his left-hand side to Neves, further out wide for Johnny. Johnny will use the support of Ruben Neves. Neves will try and switch it high out towards Doherty. Doherty controls it using his chest and stomach. Jimenez is coming short for him, it'll go backwards to Saïs, and Wolves will start the attack again.
Yeah, that's the problem with having the right-footed left-back, isn't it? He's to come back inside, and that's where all the bodies of Man United were.
Here's Johnny, out wide for Jota, midway inside the United half. Now to Dendoncker, to Jota. He's got Neves just ahead of the centre circle. Neves sweeping out low to Doherty on this right-hand side, looking to run at Shaw, up towards the corner of the penalty area, pulling it back for Jimenez. Jimenez lifting it into the box, Jota was blocked off. And Martin Atkinson waves his arms away to the protests.
Yeah, so I don't know if there's anything in it.
All of a sudden, United are on the back foot, and it's Wolves coming again through João Moutinho. Now to Jota, midway inside the United half. Out to his left-hand side to Johnny on the touchline, level with the edge of the penalty area. Johnny looking to cut back in field, driving on still Johnny. Now trying to switch it out to Doherty. He's got time and space, controls with his head. Now tries to lift his cross to the far post. Jimenez couldn't quite get there. Smalling did really well. Headed away by Dallon. Picked up by Moutinho out on the left-hand side. Moutinho, can he get this ball back in the penalty area? He's going to drive alone. João Moutinho pulls the cross. Jimenez can't quite get the strike away, and he's bobbing around. Jimenez shoots. Jimenez scores. Jimenez scores. Raul Jimenez scores. Oh my word! What a moment! And sheer pandemonium of Molineux. Would you believe this? The Mexican sensation comes up with the goods again, and it's Wolves 1, Manchester United 0.
Yeah, the pressure's been increasing as we went along. Wolves have just kept going at the United defence. Oh, what a finish as well. Moutinho did brilliant down that side, that left-hand side. Come past about 2 or 3 of the Man United players. Passed the ball to Jimenez. I thought the opportunity had gone for him. But brilliant play. It's a great play by Martin Moutinho.
To hit this on the turn, as he does, it is sensational.
Well, confidence again, isn't it? He ain't even looking at the goal. He's got that much belief in his ability at the minute. Looks even ricocheted 3 or 4 times. Get in. Oh.
15 goals for the season for Raul Jimenez. He will not be stopped. Now then, 19 minutes remains at Molineux. How are you feeling?
Well, they've got to come out now. They've got to start pushing more. But you just felt something coming, didn't you? So like the way that they had kept having the pressure, recycling the ball. Just knew something was coming.
It's Shaw on the left-hand side. Down the line for Martial, 40 yards from goal, infield to Pogba. Pogba with a back heel, Martial trying to take it on. Saiz with the interception, out of play for a Manchester United throw. Here's Martial again on the left for United, to Pogba, to Martial, trying to drive into the box. He was fouled by Matt Doherty, and it's a free kick just outside the area.
Well, this is one place that you don't want. Slightly better angle for Rashford as well. Just got to make sure that we've got a wall. We had one last time with Rashford's free kick, but I think you're going to need a couple in this one. Protect that near post.
Wow.
Well, he's setting himself up to strike the ball, isn't he?
They've got two out there. They have made a change, Manchester United.
Well, he scored a screamer, didn't he, Pereira?
Andreas Pereira is the man who is on. And it's going to be Rashford who steps over the ball, and Pereira trying to curl at the near post. It hits the wall. Wolves 1, Manchester United 0. Here's Shaw trying to lift it to the edge of the box. Saiz with a big, powerful header away.
Just looking at the Wolves fans now, singing the Jimenez.
He's going to try and shoot from distance. It's just wide of the right-hand post. Oh, goodness me. Don't need that. Do not need that.
No, well, it's somebody that you're not going to give time and space to, especially about 20 odd yards out.
Wolves 1, Manchester United 0. 73.5 minutes have been played.
Well, the atmosphere is even gone up another notch now, hasn't it? It's been lively all night, but it's gone up another notch after that goal.
Big high ball that Jimenez flicks on. He couldn't quite get control of it after the clearance by Dalot. It was Ander Herrera who was replaced by Andreas Pereira. Listen to this. Pogba deep inside his own half. Infield, Jota trying to work hard to rob it. So did Doherty. Pogba came away with the ball though. Dendoncker couldn't quite steal it from him. Still Pogba has it, and he'll draw the foul.
I don't think that's a foul. I thought there was one instant just before that. Probably you would have given a foul against him. But I don't think that one was a foul in that situation.
Here's Pogba to his left-hand side to Matic. Matic trying to drive the ball on. Or pull it back infield to Shaw. Out wide to the touch side to Martial. 10 yards from the left-hand corner flag for United. As they attack the North Bank, Stan Kulestan. Matic trying to drive on. Jimenez trying to steal it from him. Gets to the byline, comes off Doherty. And behind for a Manchester United corner. And we have 15 minutes remaining on Signal 107 Sport. The big match with Talcho. He's staying out of the game in time.
Well, you'll just look in there. You've got your centre forward who's just scored the goal in the right back position doing his defending.
Ball lifted in dangerously. Bolly gets his head to it on the edge of the 6-yard box. It'll be behind for another corner. Must stay firm now. Raul Jimenez, 3 goals in his last 3 Wolves appearances. This is Andreas Pereira, short from the corner into the near post. It's Jimenez who heads the ball clear. And all those Wolves fans desperate for Jimenez to be signed up. They'll be even more desperate after this. Here comes Jota trying to drive his way forwards, and he's bundled his way into the box here. Diogo Jota! Diogo Jota may just have scored the goal that takes Wolves to an FA Cup semi-final for the first time in over 20 years. Goodness me! Unbelievable scenes around Molineux as Jota drove on, outmuscled the Manchester United defence and drilled it low into the near post to give Wolves a vital 2-goal cushion.
Well, he's done all that himself, hasn't he? So Shaw was left there, just put it back in. A header out by Dendoncker, little flick from Neves, and the rest was just down to Jota. He makes Shaw, out-muscles him, and unleashes a fierce shot at the near post to score. Oh. There you go, you've got your two players in form getting the goal each at the minute. Jota and Jimenez.
Diogo Jota's 7th goal of the season. He's scored some pretty important ones in his Wolves career so far, but maybe none more so than that.
Well, I think it's just the pace that's beat the Man United keeper, isn't it? He's absolutely hammered it in that near post. Just got to keep pushing on. We saw earlier Man City coming from 2-0 down, hoping that make sure we close the game up now.
This is the form that Raul Jimenez is in, by the way. 7 goals in his last 8 Wolves games. That is unreal. There's Shaw on the left-hand side. Low ball in. Cody sent it goalwards and Running will claim it. Just to his left-hand side.
Yeah, just needs to settle it down now, and I'm sure a man of his experience will do that. But great ball in from Shaw. Oh, I think that Connor Cody's touch has done him a favour. I think there was a Man United player just coming behind him and he just took him out of his path.
Just as they did in Wolves' last home game. It's Jimenez and Jota on the score sheet. And 12 minutes remain at Molineux. Wolves, as things stand, are heading for a first FA Cup semi-final since 1998. This is Matic, midway inside the Wolves half. United won't give up just yet. Falls towards Rashford. Now to Shaw. Trying to work it forwards, and it's cleared away before Pogba could get there. And then big strong challenge came in from Lindelof on Jota. And Neves has tried to launch it up towards Jimenez, but Smalling does well, and he's headed it off, and it's gone behind for a corner. Everything is going Wolves' way at the minute.
Well, I was watching there, Neves lining up to ping that ball out to Jimenez. But Jota was the simplest ball here. I say all he had to do was just play it down the line, he was in. But Neves has just hit a 40-yard ball. Smalling was in trouble, backing off towards his own goal, and ends up heading out for a corner. Now, if he could just get that 3rd goal and just wrap things up.
João Moutinho using every ounce of nous and experience as he slowly makes his way to the corner. Jota has gone short for it. Bolly, Doherty, Jimenez, then Dunker, all in the penalty area. Moutinho with the corner, right-footed from the left-hand side. Martin Atkinson wants him to get a move on. Moutinho getting set to deliver, plays it short to Jota, gets it back from him. It's closed down by Pereira, has to go backwards to Neves. Neves might line up a shot from distance, and it's high and over the top of the crossbar. He's pulled some specials out the back in his Wolves career, but not quite on that occasion.
Well, he has. Well, I think it's probably the most that I've ever seen him in a game this year, shooting. The opportunity, just watching those goals again. The first goal, Jimenez, great pivot and turn and hit, and then just watching the hammer from Jota. Oh.
Look at the limbs inside the South Bank as well, from a brilliant camera shot high up in the stand. Here's Martial, limbs everywhere. Limbs everywhere in the press box with me and Tomo when that second one went in. Any semblance of neutrality has gone right out the window. Here's Martial taking it out towards the right-hand side for United, then Dunker tracking him all the way. Pulled back infield to Matic, midway inside the half. Now looking towards his left, finds Pogba. Jota is back with him. Pogba, loose pass. Doherty now trying to play it down the line for Jota. Across comes Lindelof, and that's a big strong challenge that went in. Lindelof fouled him. It'll be a free kick and a yellow card coming. Referee's reaching to his pocket. Oh, it's red! He sent him off. Manchester United are down to 10 men. Wolves will never have a better chance to get to the FA Cup final now than this.
Well, I'm going to say to you, I didn't think it was a red, and I say I know I'm biased towards Wolves. I thought it was a yellow card. He did take the ball, but he made sure he was taking the player with him.
Well,
look, say I know he's gone through his leg. It's a yellow card. So look,
Lindelof hasn't left the field yet, and he's chatting with Martin Atkinson. We do have VAR, and I wonder whether VAR are checking this.
Well, he's got his ankle trapped.
Yeah, we're getting a VAR check.
Yeah.
Getting a VAR check, and I think they will pull this back because Lindelof does get to the ball. He does get a connection on it. He does take out Jota at the same time.
Yeah, look, it's a yellow card for me, and that's without even looking at VAR.
I've got a feeling this Lindelof card is going to get changed and downgraded. Long wait here as VAR checks it. Lots of players from both sides swarming around the referee. We've seen the replays that VAR have been checking. Martin Atkinson hasn't. He's talking, he's holding his earpiece. They're going to try and look from a different angle. Well, it actually looks worse from the angle that they're now looking at.
Well, I'll still mention it. I think it's a bit harsh, the red card.
Do you know what, from the pitch side angle,
he's caught his
it looks like a
leg.
yellow. From the other angle,
checking red.
Still we wait for VAR to make the check here. And the crowd are starting to get agitated.
Yeah, but I like that they're keeping the crowd informed what's on there.
We're getting a VAR signal from the referee, Martin Atkinson, and it's a yellow.
Yeah.
Yellow instead of red.
Well, to be fair, I agree. It was never a red, and that's what it's there for, isn't it? He's got his ankle trapped into it. He's stuck in with it. It's a yellow card all day for me.
Yeah, I think had that been the other way round, I think we would have been saying yellow, not red. So,
well, I said it straight away without the VAR, because I thought that he's come from the side. And he has caught him. It's a yellow card.
Always get on with things. Jimenez trying to flick it forwards. Lindelof, who stays on the field of play, but now on a yellow card, joining Matic and Rashford. There's another play for a Wolves throw. We have 6 minutes remaining on Signal 107 Sport. The big match with Tile Choice, staying ahead of the game in tiles.
Oh, that's one thing that you don't want to see if you're a tired player. Somebody with a blistering pace to Traore.
Then Donker takes it to the corner flag and wins the corner off Luke Shaw.
But at least putting it on the screens keeps the fans involved in it a little bit, you know what I mean? So they know what's going on about the decision. I know they probably didn't agree with it.
Yeah, I still think maybe they should show the replay on the big screen and let the people in the stadium see what we're seeing on the screen.
Yeah.
It could be a controversial moment. VAR playing its part. Manchester United still have 11 on the field. Coutinho with a corner, right-footed for the right-hand side. Delivered in, headed up high by Pogba. Still not out of the penalty area. Jimenez has used his back to play that to Coutinho. Wow, that's the showboated. Coutinho down the line for Doherty, trying to cross to the far post. It's going to go all the way through the penalty area. Jota is racing to try and keep this in and will do so. Out on the left-hand touchline. Now needs some support. Gets it from Neves. Neves trying to switch one. Oh, what a pass out to the right-hand side for Doherty. That is unbelievable. Flicked on down the line for Jimenez. Jimenez trying to cross to the far post. It'll come all the way through to Jota. Jota left-hand side of the penalty area, trying to dink one in and couldn't quite get there to Doherty. And Dendoncker can't keep it alive, and United get the ball clear. Cody has been taken out of the game. And Cody is going to get himself a yellow card here.
Well, he's holding his hand up. He knew. Just body checked him, hasn't he?
And Manchester United are preparing a double change. Scott McTominay, who was heavily linked to Wolves a couple of years ago. Wolves had Walter Zenga in charge. One Mata coming on. And it's Lingard and Matic that have gone off.
It looks like they're just telling, he's just telling Pogba just to drop a little bit deeper in midfield. One Mata. McTominay just pushing a little bit more advanced. 4
minutes remain, and they could be the longest 4 minutes of our Wolves watching lives.
There you go, Jota's coming off for Traore. I just think Traore coming on, great opportunity for him now. Great opportunity to get his name on the score sheet.
Well, what a performance this young man has put in. And a deserved standing ovation around Molineux for Diogo Jota. $31,004 the official attendance. And we have 3 minutes plus time added on to go. Wolves lead by 2 goals to nil, remember.
Clean sheet now, all about a clean sheet. Clean sheet wins you the game.
This is Mata trying to work it to the right-hand side. Deadlock trying to get control of it. Cross delivered in towards the near post. McTominay got there, but so did John Ruddy.
He ended up on top of the boards. Yeah, Conor Cardy just telling everybody to settle down.
2.5 minutes remain at Molineux. Wolves looking for a first semi-final since 1998. Traore couldn't get on the end of a long ball. Cleared to halfway. McTominay trying to bring it down. Neves found him. Free kick United inside the centre circle. Do not go anywhere. Do not move. Whatever you are doing, everybody stay in the positions they were when that second goal went in.
He's joking out. I was jumping up and down.
Sure, to Martial. Backwards to Pogba. Just to the left of the centre circle. Low across it for Smalling. Smalling forwards to the feet of Andreas Pereira. Slipping. Wolves trying to win possession back through Jimenez. Jimenez trying to run down the left-hand side. He's done brilliantly here, Raul Jimenez. And he'll continue on, you know. And the ball has stayed in. And he now tries to feed it into Traore. And Traore is one-on-one with Lindelof. And Traore trying to get to the edge of the box. And Manchester United getting bodies back. But still Traore has it. Twisting and turning, finding Dendoncker. Well, he's unconventional. Adama Traore, but he may be just the man Wolves need in this kind of scenario.
I just thought he could have drove on, knock it past him. He was one-on-one on the edge of the 18-yard box. I thought for a second he was just going to knock it past him and gone.
There goes Johnny down the line as we approach the final 60 seconds. Wolves 2, Manchester United 0. Jimenez, high ball from left to right, out towards Doherty. Gets control of it on the touchline, flicks it on to Dendoncker. Dendoncker turning back in field. Now we use support from Neves, back to Dendoncker, back to halfway to Saiz. This is remarkable stuff. Saiz with a big high crossfield ball to Bolly. Did you ever in your wildest dreams think that we'd be in this scenario right now?
Oh, I don't know, it was nervous about mate. Played well, I think we've done well. We eased our way into the game in that first half, but we've done more than enough in the second half.
Doherty trying to lift one forwards for Dendoncker. Nuno's furious, he put way too much on it. Gave possession back.
I don't think he needed to get it in the air. I thought he could have just passed it to him.
Saiz clears it back over halfway. Lindelof heads it to the halfway line for United. Flicked in field by Dendoncker. Neves now trying to send it down the right-hand side for Traore. Traore trying to run into the penalty area. Couple of step overs, now stops the ball. Trying to shoot with his left foot, it's wide, and we've got 5 minutes being added on.
Well, there you go, so 5 minutes.
Raul Jimenez announced as the TV choice as man of the match. Here comes Shaw down the left-hand side. For Manchester United, trying desperately to get a foothold back in the game. Martial, infield to Pogba. Pogba will turn away from Jimenez, who's still running, still working, still battling. United have it on their right-hand side. Infield to Pereira. Back out wide for Deadlock, to Pereira, to Pogba, just ahead of the centre circle, midway inside the Wolves half. Trying to thread it to the feet of Rashford, who passed it straight to Martinho, who put his foot through it and launched it. Lindelof wants his keeper to come out and deal with it, and he's looking nervously over his shoulder, thinking, well, where's Traore?
Well, to be fair, I would be as well, because you don't want a flat race with him, do you?
Well, you could probably give Traore 10-15 yards and he'd still catch up to you. Martial has gone down softly from a challenge from Matt Doherty.
A delayed going down though, wasn't it?
Less than 4 minutes remain. Remember, you can have your say. 0333 7107 is the number to call for the final whistle fans phoning.
I just want them to have a clean sheet now. And that would just finish it off. because to be fair, they've worked really hard. And I said to you, so I think that we're well organised the way we were at Chelsea, made it difficult for teams.
Martial, cross to Pereira, blocked off by, looked like the arm of Coutinho. They play on because Pereira has it. Pogba, backwards to Smalling. Now out to his right-hand side for Deadlock. Backwards again to Chris Smalling. There's one or two Manchester United fans heading towards the exits. They don't feel confident. Big high ball out towards Shaw. He's managed to keep it in. Finding Martial. Martial took a tumble. Ball's out of play. It's a Wolves throw. We have 3 minutes of the time added on to go.
Yeah, bringing on Costa as well now. So just bringing on pace up front. Tim said about our bench and what we had on it. But say it's somebody who can actually push Man United back.
Traore has won possession back, and he's trying to drive over the halfway line. Showed too much of it to Smalling. Yeah. Here's Pogba, 2.5 minutes remain at Molineux. Mata has it, down the left-hand side for Martial. Shaw has gone running on the overlap. Martial might not use it. Looks to play it infield to Pogba instead. Pogba, 35 yards from goal, getting a little bit closer. Showed a bit too much of it to Neves, but managed to get away from him. Now skipping past Moutinho, finding Shaw. Shaw trying to lift it high to the far side of the penalty area. Johnny can't quite get there. Manchester United still have possession. It's pulled back to Deadlock, trying to cut infield on the edge of the box, and Moutinho has done brilliantly. Draws the foul, and Wolves will get a chance to set themselves, and Deadlock gets a yellow card.
Well, there's going to be no rush at all out of the Wolves. Physio will probably come on, so they'll just run the clock, take the sting out of things. Man of his experience.
Goals from Raul Jimenez and Diogo Jota have Wolves on the verge. 90 seconds remain. Raul Jimenez will get a worthy standing ovation and even applause from Nuno. What a performance.
He's getting better and better, isn't he? Every game. He's a nuisance for teams. He works so hard. And we said if he could add goals to his game earlier on in the season, it'd be a great buy, great acquisition, and he's done that.
Ryan Bennett's getting ready as well. We're into the final minute of the 5 added on. We will have a little bit more. Hugs and high fives from Raul Jimenez as Costa goes on up front. Ruddy will launch the ball in direction of Traore. Lindelof didn't really want to deal with it, just about got his head to it. Mata back to Pogba. 30 seconds by my watch remains. Flags are waving in the south bank to my right-hand side and down below us in the Billy Ray. Whistles around Molineux. Everyone knows how close Wolves are now. Here comes Shaw, up towards the corner of the penalty area, still driving on, low ball into the penalty area. It's Rashford on the turn, it's Rashford who puts it into the bottom corner. And Manchester United have a lifeline with seconds remaining of the game. It's not done and dusted just yet.
Yeah, it's just switched off there. Down this right-hand side of Wolves. Shaw just making the breakdown there. Yeah, not great defending. They've done brilliant all night. Yeah, Ruddy no chance. Pretty similar to Jimenez's.
We're in added time of added time. How much longer will we play? Neves has just launched it rugby style for the corner.
That must be time now.
Mata and Costa asking the question of Martin Atkinson. Shaw to take the throw. Stewards all around Molineux. Pogba has it. He blows the final whistle, and Wolves have done it! And for the first time since 1998, Wolves are heading to Wembley for an FA Cup semi-final. It's been an incredible night, a fantastic atmosphere, brilliant goals from Raul Jimenez and Diogo Jota. There was a late goal for United, but in the end it didn't matter. And Nuno's Wolves continue the dream.
Yeah, well, you just think about it, the way that we played. You thought in that first half, Man United had all that possession. But I'll tell you what, Wolves eased themselves back into it. 2 great goals. Second half was totally different. I thought Wolves come out firing on all cylinders. Couple of opportunities. Jimenez header. and you saw a couple of shots from Wolves, and you just knew that something was going to come, and they made the breakthrough and got those 2 goals. I just think that the only thing that probably has upset them is conceding that goal towards the end, but I just think a great performance from them.